só chegar a esta casa.
Hello, Moon!
Moon! So far, nothing bad has happened. Spent 600 years by herself. Given one as a gift, were you?
No, I believe I was the one who gave the rose. So red roses are a symbol of my feelings. They're very precious to me. I gave you a rose as a gift. You plucked it from its stem and placed it in my hair. Am I remembering correctly? My memories are so vague now. I can't even remember the look on your face that day.
There are some kids I like to give roses to myself.
Who?
My grandchildren.
Oh my, you have grandchildren?
Aye, though we haven't been in touch for some time. Last I saw them was 4 years ago, when my second grandchild was born.
Hmm?
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. The sweetest girl in the world with lovely flaxen hair. Flaxen hair, okay, flaxen. She's going to be a real beauty when she grows up. Anyway, they're wonderful kids. And one day I want to hand this garden over to them. Each and every rose containing my hope that they'll lead comfortable, healthy lives free of strife.
I'm sure your wish will come to pass. Your grandchildren will have wonderful lives.
Aye. Let's just hope they don't fall in love with each other.
Hmm. The grief of not having you around still weighed heavily on my mind. But I was slowly approaching contentedness. Life with Hayden was slow and uneventful, peaceful and relaxing. I imagined my heart was seeking anything to alleviate its pain, and found that in the beautifully remodeled mansion, the the garden blooming wildly with roses, in my time with Hayden. I was even beginning to think this life was enough for me. That I would be okay with this being the end if it meant more of the tranquility I felt. I was like a coward, considering giving up the fight. Please do forgive me for ever considering such a thing. Who wouldn't? Hayden seems to be in high spirits that day. A gift had apparently arrived from his son who lived far away. In it was a tea set, some leaves, and a small jar of sugar.
Miss! Miss!
How can I be of service, master?
Brew me up a pot of this, would you? Be careful not to steep it in for too long. You want to get it just right for the best flavor.
As you wish, master. You seemed quite pleased.
Why would I be? A boy who shunned his old man for years sends him a paltry gift on a whim. I'm just entertaining his fancy.
Aww.
I can just imagine, like, this old man, like, with a blush on his face, like, trying to
Yeah.
not look at her.
Yeah, it's so cute. Your tea is ready, master.
Ah, what a wonderful smell. Tea and roses are life's best damn spices. Now, let's see what that boy chose for me.
Sundere grandpa. Aww.
If it's no good, I'll be sure to write him an angry letter.
He looks so happy. He must really love his family.
It's a little bitter.
Shall I brew another pot?
No, it's not your fault. Must be something in the leaves.
Would you like to add some sugar then? There was a small jar of it with a tea set.
Now that's some bloody fine sugar he's procured. White as snow and sparkles in the light.
It's cocaine. He chose it just for you, Master.
Bloody hell, what demon possessed him? I'll tell you what demon.
No.
Alright, give me 2 spoons then.
Yes, Master. Here you are. I hope not, Moon.
Ah, splendid. No, but remember he died inside a woman.
That may have been just a... Well, I don't know why they would create that as the rumor, but yeah, yeah.
This is some exquisite tea. The sugar balances the bitterness of the leaves perfectly. I guess that boy does have some...
No.
Yeah, he's dead.
Master? Master! Master! The doctor! I need to find the doctor!
That was my thought too. Oh, motherfuck.
Water! I'll get you some water right away! So please, please hang in there!
Oh.
Thanks to the quick treatment provided by his personal physician, Hayden survived. But he didn't make it out with much more than his life. He was permanently bedridden by the affair. Evidently, the sugar I had put in his tea had contained poison, which had done some irreparable damage to his nerves and muscles. Most of his body was completely immobile except for his left arm. Can I bring you something? Some water?
I've had more than my fill of water. You don't need to wait on me hand and foot. That face says you need to distract yourself by working. Remember what I told you? A noble family's servants must always act with elegance and grace. You must always maintain your composure.
But how can you expect me to remain composed? If I had only examined the sugar more thoroughly.
You never would have noticed, young lady. I examined the sugar and didn't see a bloody thing wrong with it. I should have snorted it. He was damn crafty, that's for sure.
Why would he do this?
His inheritance, I presume. Something must have come up and he needed money quickly.
That's no reason to poison your own father.
Blood is nothing but an obstacle to ambition. Or maybe he just hated me.
How could anyone possibly hate you?
Perhaps that could be said of the me you know. But when you live as long as I have, you're bound to make an enemy or two. Mine just happened to be my son. I was planning to give him everything anyway. He didn't have to do this. It all would have been his.
Master.
Killing me doesn't accomplish anything. But I guess it doesn't much matter. Say, could I ask you something, young lady?
What can I do for you?
I don't want it to get out that Hayden Rhodes was poisoned. So could you tell people that I passed away peacefully with a beautiful nurse tending to my every need?
You're not dead yet. Please don't talk like that. You're scaring me.
No stammering.
But...
I'm not saying that it'll happen immediately. But I am an old man, and one day you'll wake up and I'll be gone. This is about my own pride, not my son. The last thing I want is to go out with a black spot on my name. Tell me you'll do this, Giselle.
He's never said my name before. As you wish.
Thank you. You're a peculiar girl, you know. Sometimes you seem greener than the leaves in summer, and sometimes you seem like you've seen 12 kinds of hell. I have. And every so often you seem not of this world. Your skin is pale, your hands are cold as ice. At one point I thought you might be Death himself. But I was wrong about that. You have too big a heart to be Death. You care too much. You must be carrying a very heavy cross on your back.
And what am I supposed to do? I don't want to lose you, Lord Hayden. I don't want to lose this life.
You have someone, don't you, young lady? Someone you're dying to meet again.
Yes, but I don't know anymore. I don't know how long I'm supposed to keep waiting. If something doesn't happen soon, I don't think I can hold myself together much longer. I was so close to breaking down, and it was you who kept me on my feet.
I'm sure you've tried to remain strong plenty of times, so I'll give you some different advice. A trick for when you think you're losing hold of yourself. Build a cocoon.
Cocoon?
A sturdy shell to keep your weak inner self safe. This world has no interest in protecting you, only swallowing you whole. So you mustn't readily expose your true self. You build a cocoon, and you play the role you need to play. That way, the real you can remain unharmed. It's not pleasant to hide yourself like that, but it's better than letting the world crush you. But a word of warning, if you spend too long in the cocoon, the real you is liable to disappear forever. You'll be swallowed up by your own protective shell. I hope you find whoever it is before it's too late.
Hayden MVP of the game.
Yeah! Now, I think I'll get some sleep. All this talking's worn me out.
As you wish. Good night, Master. See you in the morning.
I bet he's gonna die.
Mm.
I see you in the morning, young lady. Ah!
You cursed him, Konetsu.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that would have been awful for her. The next day, Hayden was dead. He had strangled himself with his left hand.
What?
I should have been more attentive. I should have recognized how much pain he was in. How much it crushed him to have been betrayed by his own family. I should have realized how he truly felt, how fragile he really was. I fell into a hopeless gloom. I could hardly believe that the quiet life I had finally attained had been shattered in the blink of an eye. Hayden's other servants quickly went their own ways, and I vividly remember the dirty looks they all gave me.
Maybe
Everyone
he was just really jacked.
everyone who knew how he had died assumed I had done it. I had no reason to kill him, though. But they had more than enough to believe so, for I had, indeed, been the last person to see him alive. And I held firmly to the story he had asked me to tell, while I was unable to convince the other servants. His family was far more accepting of the story that he had departed for the next world happily.
Hi,
Though that,
Smog.
hello, Smog. Though that did not make the truth any less heartbreaking, especially since I was the only one who knew it. Why does this always have to happen?
Yeah, just saw why.
I was happy, but I can never seem to keep hold of it for more than a flash. Despair always comes marching in to rip it away. What? What am I doing here? What's this weird bear, monochrome bear doing here? What kind of person were you, Michelle? What kind of person was I?
Oh, that laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my dear, you look positively miserable. Why should you despair at the death of some strange old geezer?
Morgana. Was Hayden one of those whom you wish to be reconstructed?
I have no interest in that wrinkled bag of bones. And if he was one of them, do you really think I would have let him go so peacefully?
Peaceful? You call that peaceful? You call his misery peaceful?
I most certainly do. And since you do not seem to understand this, the pain of death lasts but an instant. The worst torture can only be inflicted upon the living. Seeing two loved ones against one another, manipulating one into taking the other's life, and then forcing him to live with them. The stage hasn't even been set yet, my dear.
And you would have me play a part in that?
Indeed. You agreed to accompany me. You are here to be my guide. And you're doing a wonderful job of it so far.
I haven't done anything.
Oh, but you killed that old man, did you not? Thanks to you, my wish is one step closer to fruition.
What? What do you... What do you mean I killed Hayden?
You mean to claim you didn't? Tell me, who was it that put the poisoned sugar in his tea?
No, I didn't mean to.
Your intentions are irrelevant.
Ugh, I hate that sort of logic. Or lack thereof.
Everything moves along the path forged by my wish, and you shall continue to follow its will.
Mm-mm. You know what? I'm done feeling like this. I don't want anyone else to go through what Hayden did.
And what are you going to do about it?
I'm done listening to you. Without me, you have no influence over this world.
Oh,
So I'll I'll die. I'll take my own life right here and now. I grabbed a nearby knife and held the tip against my breast. My hands were shaking, my heart pounding. My whole body was racked with terror, but I could have sworn I heard Morgana gasp. This was her one weakness, I thought.
What are you thinking? Don't do this, Giselle. Don't do this, Giselle. Don't be foolish. Put the knife down right now.
I'm done trusting anything you say.
Giselle, put the knife down.
I've missed you so very much, Michelle. I've wanted nothing more than to see you again. But if my being Morgana's guide is going to cause other people suffering, then I can't. It's all over, Morgana. Huh? There's no blood. Not even pain. Why?
This so Absolutely brilliant. I told you not to be foolish. But you just wouldn't listen to me. Such a silly girl.
I really am. I couldn't even die if I wanted to. Learning that absolutely crushed me. My backup plan, the one escape route I had thought was available to me, had been ripped away. My spirit crumbled, and I felt myself sinking into a vast darkness. I began losing my grip on myself, which is when I recalled Hayden's advice. Build a cocoon. It was the only option I had left, my final chance at protecting myself. Although, ultimately, I was unsuccessful in that endeavor, as you know. But by that point, my mind and spirit had all but been lost, eroded away by years of solitude, the witch's whispers, and the brief glimmers of happiness, and the eternal, boundless darkness it had left in me. Mian, it was in that moment that all light drained from my eyes, and it was in that moment that the maid was born.
Oh!
Oh dear Smell, come over here. There are so many beautiful flowers.
No, Nelly, there's no need to run. You're going to fall and you can't say I didn't warn you.
Hello, I've never seen you here before. Are you the new maid?
Good afternoon, Lady Nellie. That is correct. It is an honor to serve you.
Do you think maybe we should go back to the original maid voice that we gave her, since she's changed now?
Was it just a very deeper voice? I can't remember.
Yeah, like the deeper kind of like emotionally detached voice.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, did you do all this?
I did not. The guarding was your grandfather, Lord Hayden's work.
Wow, is grandfather a wizard?
Perhaps he was. I am sure he would be delighted to know you like it.
Did grandfather like flowers?
Yes, he loved them quite dearly.
Well, I love flowers too. I have never seen a garden with so many pretty flowers.
Did you know this kind of flower is called a rose? Just like our name. Why, yes, they do sound alike. And like the flowers, you are also a very sweet little girl. Say, what's your favorite color of rose? I like all colors.
But you don't like any the most? That's too bad. My favorite is pink. Pink roses are so pretty.
Indeed they are.
Ah, jeez, there you are, Nelly. Oh, my apologies. Please don't mind my sister.
Oh, not at all. We were having the most wonderful time.
That's good. I imagine we'll be seeing each other around, so it's a pleasure to.
Tear smell, tear smell. Let's see what the inside's like. Mother says I have my very own room.
Slow down, Nelly. I beg your pardon.
The inseparable siblings ran off toward the mansion, hand in hand. It was a heart-warming sight. But the next moment, when they stepped inside, I saw something else.
What the hell?
The darkness enveloping the mansion seemed to flare up, the open door a gaping maw into its hungry bowels. The whole house looked as though it was cackling. It was, I presume, the witch Morgana's madness taking form, a manifestation of how she felt now that her centuries in the making wish was bearing fruit. Those two children were the ones Morgana had been waiting for. Had I still had any willpower to fight left in me, I would have taken them by the hand and sent them somewhere far away. I would have done something before the house swallowed them up. But instead, I just gently lowered my eyes. Misfortune would surely sink its teeth into those two children before long. Pain and misery would befall them. I knew no good lay ahead for them, but my heart had all but frozen solid. I had my hands full taking care of myself. So I let Hayden's beloved children fall into the witch's hands. I was, for all intents and purposes, Morgana's marionette.
Is this? No, that's not that song.
This one? Nah, which one are you thinking?
Oh man, I can't. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a piano, just a piano.
Oh, you might be thinking of the one I sent you, which is Desolation. No, it's not that one.
Ah, at long last it has arrived. The time I have been waiting so long for has arrived. Darling, devoted Giselle, I know not how to describe for you the fiery excitement burning within me. I like how it changed from Giselle to the maid now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know. I can tell you my story. Tell you exactly what that mild-mannered little boy once did. He'll be open to listening now, won't you, my dear? And you'll surely understand that I am doing nothing wrong. Because you are my ally, my trusty servant. You and I, we live in the same world. We're as close as family. Are we not?
Yes, as you say.
So let us curse them. All of them. Let us inflict a pain worse than physical torture on them. Let us put their souls on the rack for all eternity. Curse them. Make them suffer. Curse them. Now listen carefully, Giselle. This is a tale of wicked men and my curse upon them. Is this Enoshima Junko?
The witch spat her curses for some time. The bile overflowing from her words, the pure, unadulterated hatred brimming within, consumed me more than the horrifying things they described. She was brutally honest, each word a carefully sharpened blade of animosity. How much bitterness did you have to carry inside you to become like her? How long did you have to feel nothing but hatred to become like her? I felt like if I let my guard down, I would be consumed by her enmity. It would become mine, and I would grow to despise them myself. All the while, I kept my mind on one single thing. That is what was left of my mind, locked away inside a shell of my own creation. It was that solitary truth that allowed me to hold on to my human emotions, to continue believing. I'm always waiting. My love will never fade. When I was still my old self, I called them master and would do anything for them. Michelle. That was their name. They were beautiful. They agender pronouns now. They had pearly white hair and ruby eyes. They are going to come for me.
Oh. That's scary.
Mm-hmm. Aww. Michelle, all I can remember about you is your name, your glassy white skin, your fiery red eyes, and your snow-colored hair. Nothing else.
Characters, art, and storylines depicted in this game are purely the work of fiction and some other stuff. Time never waits. It delivers all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be, you will be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your guide. It's Moon! Terminal Station Evening. The station entrance is buzzing with activity. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Yeah, I'll put Moon on there.
I just put it to my head, pull the trigger. No chickening out. No,